Hi everyone, Fla from the Blockchain Game Alliance. Happy to see you today and welcome to our new members presentation. You know, this kind of rendezvous we have every month to welcome our the new companies who join the BGA and try to. This is 1 hour to trying to understand who they are, what they do, what they develop, game tool, and very happy to have this session with everyone here today. And starting with Julian. Julian, hope you're doing well from Nomstead. Welcome to the show, and whenever you're ready, the stage is yours. I think you mute. Feels like it.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect.
Can you hear me? Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. Okay, thank you so much to have me. So I am Julian. I am the founder of Nomstead and the developer of the game. Nomstead is a casual sandbox MMORPG on Immutable. What we are trying to do is like online game where player can create together and go a world together on a mobile and desktop. So we want to build a super casual game that you can access on your mobile, on desktop, and where you can really have an impact in the world with other players. So the game looks like it. So it's super casual, super cute, pixel art, old school game where you can create your little farm, where you can do like cut wood or craft some objects. We started with an empty map like 1 year ago, and anyone can just buy land, put on the map to create their little kingdom. And so we link each other land so we can just visit our friend and build something together. We have open economy inside the game. So for example, if you buy a forest, you will be able to cut wood and sell directly the wood to other player, or you will be able to just craft objects or craft weapon and then exchange stuff with your friend or other player inside the game. For now, the in-game economy is just like a token inside the game, inside the server. But we launch token June this year. So we are very close now to launch the token. It will be like in the next three months. So the game is multiplayer. So you can see other players around you. You can interact with them. You can chat with them. You can add them as a friend and etc. We just introduced yesterday, we just introduced a fight system. So we just build inside the game like a turn-per-turn fight system where you can just like meet your friend or other player and engage in fights. The very interesting about it is like we already have a game with crafting and farming. So we already have like around 10,000 players that play every day and that farm and craft stuff. And now we start to have a new type of player that want to just engage in fights. And these two type of player will be able to exchange stuff together. So for example, if you prefer to something more like casual, like Animal Crossing, and you just want to farm stuff, you just want to craft some object, you will be able to craft potion or craft weapon for the people that will want to engage into fights. So we really want to create like a live economy between two type of player. Of course, if you want, you can do farming and fighting sometime, but we really want to address different gameplay for different type of player and create economic loop between them. About our business model, so we sell land. So we have different type of land. We have like grassland, so the base where you'll have a space to do farming, to build some object just to decorate or just to add some tools. We sell also some exclusive objects and items. And we have also a visa system, like a VIP pass, where you'll get some more stuff inside the game and some advantage. Just to give some first metric about the game. So we launched Numstead 1 year ago now with on Immutable. We have around like 10,000 daily active players, and we have around 15,000 transactions per week between the player. So this is mostly for the farming and crafting gameplay. And now we just add yesterday, so the fight system. So we can expect more players. Just to give a sense of our roadmap, so we launched the game officially on Immutable early 2025. Directly on desktop and mobile. On July, we just launched our first NFT, so 555 NFT for the very first player. So it was like a Genesis chest. We just launched, so yesterday's first fight system, so the PvP for complete the gameplay that we already have. And our big next step will be to launch finally our token at the end of this year. And then what we really want after it is to target not only a crypto player, but more like the large audience, and to be able to just promote the game on a platform like TikTok, Instagram, etc., to have a more global audience. We are a super small team. So we have like Kevin as a community manager, Rostislav as artist. So he did all the art of the game, the illustration and the pixel art. And myself as a developer and creator of the game. So we are only 3 at the moment. So yeah, so you can discover and start to play the game on desktop or mobile directly on the website numstead.com. Yeah, if you have any question, I can answer.
Yeah, I love it. Thanks a lot, Julian, for that. So you just said you launched the PvP yesterday. How was the launch? Like, what kind of things you actually discovered while opening the gates to every players who wanted to fight with each other? And the second question I had regarding that is, explain to me the combat system. Like, how could you be the best in these kind of mechanic you have in place from yesterday?
So actually, yeah, it's a very good question. So first of all, we launched it as early access to only 222 people that bought like a pack where they can find 2 weapons. We did it just to, now we are more in like a test phase, obviously, because we did some tests with the team, and the game is very fun, but there is so many things to test about the balance, about the mechanism. So now we don't want to open it to too many people. We really want people to give us a lot of feedback, because it's very important for us to just build the game thanks to the feedback of the player. So about the game mechanism is very inspired by very like old school game, like for example Pokemon or Final Fantasy Tactic. So it's about turn per turn. So you just first turn you move, and then you can fight. So you can choose your weapon and fight. And to win, you will have to find the right angle. So for example, if you target your opponent by the back, you will give more damage to him. So you have to find the right balance between your position and the weapon that you will use against the opponent. For now, we have something super simple. What we are working next is to add more weapon, more different mechanisms that you will be able to use during the fight, and we'll be able to fight with many people, and also animals. So we have already some animal inside the game that can just walk with you. And but this animal will be able to be inside the fights, so you will be able to control your character and also your animal. So it will be like a mix between Final Fantasy Tactic and Pokemon. So yeah, so I mean, like, it will be much more complex in the next coming months, years.
Love it. Sounds exciting. For the whole year that you launched the game, so you share with us the D7 retention. What would you say? What sticks? Why they stick to the game in the long term? Or will it be based on the strong mechanic you have around craft and collection of resources? Like, how would you explain your users to actually stick with the game for the long term?
I think, in my opinion, farming game work pretty well to have an audience that will stick for a long time, especially like as a game as a service, because like, in my opinion, people, when they start to play, invest some time and invest also some money, because they buy land and they buy other stuff from other players. They will start to really care about what they are building, and they would just want to continue to build it. And they know also that what they are doing is meaningful. Like, for example, if you buy a forest and you know that you will be able one day to sell back your forest for good value, is just like make everything much more valuable than just to play, for example, a free-to-play game where you will just finally invest your time and your money without to get anything back. And also just farming game is always pretty sticky, because you just engage in loop. For example, you just farm carrots and you'll pick up your carrot and you'll come back, and so it's something also what our players say why they like Nomstead against other game is because they don't have to invest so much time. You can just play 10 minutes per day, for example, and you will be able to progress, and you will be able to do stuff. And we just noticed that we have a lot of players that are around 30 years old, and they have families, they have kids, they have work, and they don't have a lot of time to engage into like MMORPG on computer, and they just can't do it anymore. So they really enjoy to be able to play a game that have a lot of things to do, that have a big community, where they just can play 10 minutes when they are drinking a coffee or stuff like it. So I think it's the two elements. One's about to be a farming game, and the second element is like you don't need to invest too much time inside the game to have fun and to create stuff.
I love it. No, sounds good. Like, it feels like one part of the game is really tied to, related to the casual genre that you could have, like exactly what you said about spending a few times playing the game and making sure you have the resources, you mine the resources you want. So exactly the things you said. So yeah, I'm super excited by what's happening on your side with the PvP mode just launched like yesterday. I guess you didn't sleep a lot based on that. I know how much energy you need for a launch like this. So yeah, I hope it went well. It seems to be, and we talked about that just before. So congratulations.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And yeah, welcome to the BGA. We already had some conversation together how to help, but obviously for all the members who are live with us, please make sure to follow up on Julian's work with Nomstead. You had the link, and if you need anything, please let me know. And yeah, thanks a lot, Julian, again. And going to Yas from VidGuy, super happy to have you. Whenever you're ready, the stage is yours.
Appreciate it, Flav. First of all, great to see you. Appreciate you having us. And Julian, congrats on the launch. My background is in Web3 gaming, so I know how it is to hit those important milestones. So yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
Just before I start, I'm recovering from a really bad cold, so I apologize in advance in case I have to like cough or something. But yeah, I'm building VidGuy. The unfair advantage for viral shorts. I think everyone by now has been scrolling through TikTok and Instagram and whatnot, and seen all of those AI videos. And the issue that we're trying to solve is especially the complexity of those creation processes combined with like high cost and tool fragmentation. So as soon as you look into, I'm not sure if that's just my Twitter feed or if that's everyone's, but I see these guides that go viral on like how to create these super immersive viral shorts, and then they drop like 10 different tools. So first you go into Claude, and then you put one thing into Higgsfield, but you use a different tool for something else. And then you combine it all, and you still have to edit it in CapCut or whatever. So we're really trying to dumb it down for everyone and make it as simple as possible. And that is essentially like how the idea of VidGuide came about. I'm actually going to skip a lot of these slides because I'm going to also just show the platform. But the core idea or the core concept is that you want to make it accessible and easy for individuals and for companies to create short form content that can go viral. So if that means creating UGC content that is AI generated, if that's explainer videos that are like on a whiteboard or a chalkboard or something, or a canvas, if that's faceless content that we see all over the place, like if it's cat videos or whatever, and of course, long form clipping for those of us who like stream or record long form podcasts or things along those lines. So it's really a one-stop shop for anything short form content. And that is the mission, to give you a more concrete idea of what these different categories kind of look like. Because I know that, sometimes can be a little bit confusing. This is essentially UGC, right? You promote either a product or a software by using viral video format. I'm pretty sure like 80% of the people watching this will have seen this guy either on TikTok or on Instagram. Like, he was going viral everywhere, and it was actually all AI generated. None of it was real. And they were promoting a fitness app. So if it's, apps or products, whatever you want to promote nowadays, AI generated content is like the way to go. And we've seen that. I think most recently, a good example is the SaaS Cal AI. They got acquired by MyFitnessPal for an undisclosed amount, but people are doing some napkin math and guessing that it's probably somewhere around 9 figures or high 8 figures. And all they were doing for their whole distribution strategy and user acquisition was spamming TikTok with AI generated content, right? So that's really the gap that we're trying to fill on the UGC side. Then AI influencers, if you want to have like a brand ambassador or something and combine it with some brain rot up top and split the screen, like that's all things that you can do pretty simply and pretty smoothly on VidGuide. And then faceless clips, just like an example, you make like a commentary of like a Shark Tank episode or whatever, and of course memes and stuff. But I'm actually going to go ahead and just share my other screen because then I can just give you a more concrete example. It should be loading, right?
Yeah, you're good.
Amazing. So it's pretty simple. Like, obviously, this is the dashboard, pretty self-explanatory. But you can just create a video. You can select any of these options, change the formats, go to clipping and whatnot. Carousels. Actually, I didn't mention this, but carousels are blowing up on social media at the moment. So if you're not using carousels, make sure to do so. But yeah, for the sake of just the example, let's just use the UGC format. So we can select, either we can create a new character, or for the sake of just keeping this short, I'm just going to select a character that I already made in advance. Actually, this one is from our library. I didn't make it myself. So we do have like a library for lazy people. And you can then go ahead and set a scene. So for example, now our character here is just sitting on a couch. So I could customize the scene, for example, by saying a podcast studio, for example, and then just generate and it will give me an output in probably like 30 to 60 seconds. Then we could move on to the script, where we could say, actually you could say anything. You don't have to type out a script. We could keep it as vague as saying, make a explainer video about BGA, Blockchain Gaming Alliance. We could refine that by AI and then select our format, select the duration, if we want captions or not, some models, some voiceover stuff, and then create it. It's really as simple as that. And because this generally takes some time, so this would probably take around 10 to 15 minutes to create. So I went ahead and created exactly the same thing that I was just prompting before hopping onto the live stream, and this is the result.
If you want to see where the future of gaming is actually being built, you need to know about BGA. We are the world's largest coalition of industry leaders, developers, and creators pushing the boundaries of Web3 gaming today. Join our alliance to connect, share insights, and help us shape the next generation of play together right now.
She's definitely better looking than me, so she's doing a better job, I guess.
Definitely better looking than all of us. But yeah, this was produced in like 16 minutes, and it's not perfect, obviously. Like, I literally just put that together the same way I did it right now. So there can be things improved by doing some more prompting. I also didn't watch the video. Like, I just watched it for the first time with you guys. But there's also a studio, and this is actually for some more, I guess, in-depth and more creative workflows. So you can actually create different canvas on here for more in-depth scenes. So let's say we can actually just click on the node canvas, and this is actually one that I've been working on before. But it's also, again, pretty simple, even though it looks a bit complicated. Essentially, these workflows are all for different scenes. So instead of having the character just sitting on the couch like we just had it in the example right now, we could have a character first be in his room and be sad, then be somewhere else, like in the kitchen or something, and be thoughtful, and then be outside or something. So these are just like kind of reference images. And then it would go ahead and like create, I guess, a combination of those clips that make sense as one final video. And I didn't create this. I didn't take like all of these different boxes and like put them in here. All I did was tell the Canvas agent, I want the 3-scene clip consisting of so on and so forth. And within a couple of minutes, it just gives you the entire workflow. So yeah, really trying to simplify as much as possible and make viral short form content as accessible as possible for everyone out there.
Love it. Super cool. Yeah. Thanks a lot. Yes, I love that. I had a few questions on that part, because one of them was, when you have, so you rely on something, so you're designing the situation, also the characters involved, in where you are in a situation where you developed a game and you already have an environment, and based on the design of the game and everything, how you tie your marketing materials and the game design to your tool specifically. How will you make the link? And this is an example with game, but it could be with any kind of brands with brand guidelines.
Yeah, I think it's like that is one of the exciting parts, right? Because especially in gaming, we have our heroes, right? We have these main characters of the storyline, and we can actually bring them to life through VidGuide, right? Because you can create a whole character selection or a character studio around that one or the multiple characters of your story. So if we take, I don't know, League of Legends as an example, and we say, okay, we want to highlight the story of Yasuo and Yone. I'm not sure if anyone knows these kind of names, but I guess the gamers would. So we want to highlight their story. And these are like two specific characters that have like a combined storyline, right? Then we could do that. And we could create an entire, I guess, character board of those two characters and start creating clips that just make sense through their storyline, just by giving the the vid guy, I guess, context on what the lore of those characters is.
Yeah.
And that's just, I guess, one use case, right? Like the other use case would be, for example, if there's any competitive play that is being streamed, you could just automatically clip the streaming highlights without having to do it yourself. Like it's all AI and agentic, right? For enterprise clients, I didn't want to go like too in depth on this, but for enterprise clients, we do deploy individual agents that not only take their brand kit and things like that into consideration, but also improve through reinforcement learning. So they understand which of the videos that were posted went viral, which hooks worked, like what was the hook that was used, what was the music that was used, and those kinds of details that matter in short form content to constantly improve and get to a point where we can predict virality.
Yeah, love that. The other question I had in mind, and it's not a tricky question, I hope not, but you may
That's
be
always a
aware
tricky
of-
question. If you say it's
Yeah,
not a
no,
tricky
it's-
question.
I feel like you are quite the expert on that field, but I feel like everyone, obviously myself including, we are using AI to supercharge our ability to communicate in different ways, and you're doing that very well with the tool. There is something we see, which is AI fatigue, especially known by the younger generation, in terms of viewing AI everywhere, especially in advertisement, in content, and everything. How would you advise someone who obviously see the value of AI tool like you have, but would like to avoid these kind of miscommunication with the audience, to say that actually it's for the benefit of the audience rather than just AI fatigue or AI batching?
Yeah, I think the core issue lies in AI slop, right? The kind of AI content that nobody really likes, nobody really wants to watch. But the intersection, I think, that becomes more powerful is, on the one hand, obvious AI content. Like a couple of days ago, I'm not sure if you guys saw that, but there was this like new TikTok account of like an AI generated strawberry that went super viral, and it got like a couple of million followers in like 5 days, right?
Oh.
And it's obviously AI. Like everyone knows it's AI, because I mean, it can be more obvious than that.
Yeah.
So I think that is like the one vertical where the narrative of AI generated content is gonna flow, is
Yeah.
like embracing the AI-ness of your short form content. But then on the other hand, like hyper realistic AI, right? Where you can't really distinguish, like, is this AI? Is it not AI? So, and you have to look twice. That actually becomes impressive. And it's actually quite interesting. I'm not sure if you have a lot of companies in your network that are doing like paid advertising,
Yeah.
but in the B2B SaaS space, everyone is using AI generated UGC for their paid advertising. So obviously there must be something working on that side, right?
Okay.
But I do agree that there is some AI fatigue, but that is generally just like the I guess the trash that people just generate in like a couple of seconds without really knowing what they're doing.
Agree. Yeah, sounds good. Perfect. Love it. Thanks a lot for that. Yes, and we're pretty stoked to see the platform. And as you too, so this is kind of a space for you to explain who you are again and what you do, and just introduce yourself with the members and beyond the BGA, obviously. But will be awesome, in my opinion, to have you along the way whenever you're on, whenever you're ready, to participate in our demo day, what we call in a monthly basis, where we just go in deep into the tool you have, into the game you have, game mechanics. We have fun playing the PvP mode on Nomstead, obviously creating something with you, yes, as well. So very excited by what you're building, guys, and welcome again to the BGA. And yeah, it was great. Thanks for your time, and I wish you good end of the day for you, Julian. I know I'm way off, and
thank you.
good day for you, Yes, too.
Appreciate it, Flav. Great to see you.
Thank you, Julian. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye,
Thank you.
guys.